So one of the things Element 212 loves to do is research. We love to talk to our family business owners to learn about them, learn about what their loves are, their likes are, their needs are, and especially what their concerns and fears are. So in 2023, we sat down with a handful of family business owners and talked honestly about what some of their concerns were with just outsourcing their marketing. And the top three that came back was a lack of understanding. So family business owners were concerned that outsourcing their marketing to a third-party company would really hinder their brand because the company didn't understand who their brand really was. So lack of understanding was one. Cost was another. There is a misconception sometimes of the investment that is involved in outsourcing your marketing. Sometimes it actually can be the more cost-effective choice than hiring in or even utilizing a variety of vendors. And so we're going to talk about that. The third was that long-term commitment. And really, a lot of outsourced companies require a 12-month commitment, and there was a concern about that. They've never worked with them before, and now they're having to commit 12 months of revenue, 12 months of their time, and not really knowing if this company is going to be good to work with. So those are some of the things that we learned in our research that we're going to unpack today. So let's start with research. A big fear that, like I mentioned earlier, of family business owners is hiring an outsourced company and really trusting that they're going to understand the brand. So how does this happen? How does a company really start to understand a family brand? Well, it starts with research, and I really feel strongly that any family business should expect research as part of their marketing project. So research can look a lot of different ways. One would be internal interviews. So sitting down and having one-on-one interviews with the leaders of the company, learning about the vision, the goals, what they've done in the past, what's worked, what hasn't worked. All of that information really speaks into how the marketing firm should approach the content, should approach the platforms, the campaigns, in order to be really effective in representing the brand. Internal interviews also should include team members, so people who are working with the customers directly, people who are involved in the marketing, in the sales, so that there's a cohesive strategy and a cohesive voice and personality to the marketing campaigns. Another area is cost. So one of the fears that we mentioned earlier was cost. And that is a valid concern because it can be really expensive to outsource your marketing depending on what your needs and goals are. So when you're looking at outsourcing, you really do want to establish what is our team doing internally? Do you have writers inside your company that is writing blogs, writing social posts? Do you have people who are really dedicated to doing that well and consistent? So if those areas aren't happening internally, then yeah, you will need to outsource your marketing and do it in a way that is integrated, where you've got an outsourced team that's writing blogs, writing social posts, creating ads, doing that whole comprehensive approach. And that is actually more cost effective than hiring in an internal team. So outsourcing can seem like it's a lot, but typically working with an outsourced company, you might be looking at the cost of 1 or 2 full-time employees internally. So that would be one fear, is the cost. But I think if you're looking at needing an integrated approach, outsourcing to a company is the most cost-effective approach. If you need just 1 or 2 support areas like content writing or video work, then it might make more sense to hire a solopreneur or someone who's very specialized in a specific marketing craft, and that would be the more cost-effective approach. So really just looking at what your goals are. So the last fear or concern that family business owners have is the 12-month time commitment. If you've never worked with a company, 12 months can be very scary. What we would say you should expect from a marketing firm that you're outsourcing to would be a 6-month commitment. We need, any marketing firm, not just us, but any marketing firm is going to need a couple months to really hone in on the right platforms, the right messaging, the right visuals, to really test and see what's going to be effective and to utilize your ad spend and just your marketing budget the best way we can. So expect a 6-month contract commitment and then request a month-to-month thereafter. that should mitigate the fear of a long-term commitment, but still provide enough time to really work effectively and really uncover the best approach and the best campaigns and platforms for your business. So there were other areas of concern that we learned about in our research that you can check out on our blog. A couple things we're talking about culture fit, worrying about the outsourced marketing company connecting with their culture, working well with their team members. Also just worrying about a loss of control and will we lose the opportunity to speak into what's happening with our marketing. So check out that information on our blog at element212.com, and thanks for hanging out with us on today's blog.